Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for joining me today. We're back in Bianco Zoo. It's been a little while again since the last video, but do apologise, but I have a very busy life. Quite frankly, I've been ill, I've been busy, I've been working hard, I've been looking after a baby. So here we go. Right, anyway, it's Saturday and I've got a little bit of free time, so here I am back to do a bit more building. So where do we want to start? Can't really remember where we were in the last episode. I think I was putting in this pathway in the surrounding wall, and then I was going to cover up this pathway with this, wasn't I believe. So let's continue with that. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do, because that is clearly not quite right. Hang on, let me just pop that down. Let's just get rid of this random bit at the end here. Right, so yeah, so my hope is that this will make the pathway look quite good anyway. Certainly on this side of the path. It's still not going to be quite perfect on the other side, but I will deal with that as and when I get to build over there on the other side. I have no idea what's going to go in that bit yet. Again, it's quite a slow process doing this, but it definitely is worth it because it will make it look so much nicer around here. I'm hoping the graphics aren't too glitchy. Yeah, they are a bit. That's fine. I can come back and raise or lower the odd bit here and there. So what I also want to do here is go around the border. So this bit in here where I'll put the trench, and I want to I really want to cover that up with some rock work on the animal side. That's my plan. So what I'm going to do there is similar to this. I'm going to create a bit of rock work and then copy and paste it around to try and fill that. And then I will go back and add details to it to, you know, so that it doesn't look all the same and copied and pasted. It's certainly, when you're doing this sort of thing, when you've got a lot of rock work like that to do, it is the only sane way of doing it really, is a whole load of copy and paste. Because otherwise you could literally spend hours just doing some rock work. And A, I don't want to do that, and B, you guys don't want to watch me do that either. Well, if you do, then you're a little bit sad really, aren't you? You mustn't have much of a life. Anyway, I don't want to do it, that's the main point. So that is what I will be doing next probably. I'm pretty sure what I'm talking about. I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out though. I think it's looking good. I think once I get the details done, it will look really nice. Probably better than I hoped. You always hope when you start out on a bit of a project like this, you hope that you can make it look good, but you're never quite sure until you really get going on it. Right, not too much more to go. Not sure what I'll do around this building here, but I'll figure that out. A little bit tricky under here. Hopefully none of it's poking through on the inside. I'll notice it if it does. Now this is where it will get a little bit trickier. I may have to shrink it down because it's going to be too long, I think, to do this. A little bit fiddly. Right, so let's come into this. So basically I don't need that. And then obviously this one I'm going to need longer, which is quite annoying, but there we go. Okay. Look at that, beautiful. Right, so I'm not sure what I'm doing under here yet, but I'll leave that for now. I just wanted to get this pathway and these sort of the steps done. But I think that's looking pretty good. Just make sure none of it is poking through. No, it's looking right there, isn't it? Good. So, okay, where do we want to go next? Rock work. Let's have a look at this rock work, shall we? Oh, look at that. Wow. The advantages of having a long neck. That is so cool. I've not seen them do that in the game before. Fantastic. The joys of being a giraffe. Right. Yeah, so let's have a look. I want it the same as this. What were these? Desert rocks. Let's come into here and have a look at our desert rocks. It's a bit tricky, but what I'm thinking is this is the most logical one to use to sort of create a bit of a flat edged edge, I guess. Doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. Not really sure what I'm doing with this, just playing around, to be honest. I don't want it, I guess I don't want it completely flat. I don't mind like that, sort of having the odd piece just sticking out or set back a tiny bit, just to give it a little bit of texture. And then I'm going to need yeah, some kind of sort of a flat top like that. Something like that. Let's just get this end filled in. That looks pretty good, actually. I'm quite happy with that. And then the idea is, hopefully, I kind of sync that so it's just showing. Let's get the angle snap turned off. And then I'll just use it along here, kind of blend it in. And try and make it look half decent is the plan. Like so, right. What's that going to look like? Oh, I think that's going to look pretty good, actually. Now, I don't really think I can do the same on this side. No, it's not going to... I don't know. Let's do this side first. Let's worry about all of this and how this looks. I'll overlap it in places, of course, to try and create a bit of difference as we go along. But the good thing about this sort of thing is once you put it in, you then just have to add some extra flavour, some extra textures to it. You know, get some bushes, some other rocks here and there, some fallen logs, that kind of thing. And it doesn't take much to kind of disguise it. Yeah, look, we've got animals getting out at the moment, which is not what we want. So I'll make sure that the animals can't get out, basically. I could even be tempted to put a little bit of water down the bottom of this. Not enough that they can get into it and swim. I don't know if that'll work, but I might give it a go. How are we looking? I think that's looking pretty good. It's nice, yeah, I like it. I do like this because it gets quite a big job done in quite a short amount of time. And there you have it. Right, so let's check some of these traversable areas, shall we? Good, so the big elephants can't get across. Let's check some of the small animals. No, that's good. The really small ones, no. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? It says they can escape. I'm wondering if that's just because of where the barrier is, which is fine because I can add. Yeah, so the barrier is right on the edge here. So let's just come into this and I'll just manipulate the barrier a little bit. I don't know why it's not letting me put it down there. Okay, here it's not going to let me go anywhere. There we go, that'll do. Right, let's try that again. No, it still says they can get out. I'm pretty sure they can't. It's just, I mean, they can't escape, so I guess that's the main thing. And it looks good. I think it looks good. What do you think? Do you think it looks good? I'm happy with that. Not sure what I'm going to do on this side though. I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, I think if I get some bushes in. Let's just have a look at the water situation. I mean, even if I just got some really low water in parts of it like this, not necessarily the whole thing. Actually, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Look at that, goes all the way around there. That's good. Bit of a gap there. That's fine. I don't mind that. Yes, I can't. Oops. Look at that. Get tiny little bits in. It's completely pointless. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, so there's a little bit of land there. I might change that. I might try and get some water in. No, let's go higher. Yeah, it does look good actually, doesn't it? With a bit of water in there, just yeah, it makes it look a bit nicer, a little bit more of a barrier, I guess. Okay, so let's remove these bits and let's just do some gentle pushing here. And let's get the water back in there. There we go. How are we looking? A little bit of a gap there. Don't mind, I'll hide that with some foliage. But yeah, that's all the way around there now. And over here. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's no way an elephant is going to jump across that. Great. I think. Let me check though. I don't want these guys to be able to actually go in there. Okay, that's fine. They can jump across the end. I need to just sort that. So I just need to get some extra rocks in here as a bit of a barrier. Actually, it kind of makes sense to kind of hide all of this, really, doesn't it? Not really sure. I didn't really have a plan for this bit under here, but I'm going to go with these rocks. Just noticed the game is running quite poorly. I'm actually getting a bit of lag, which is a bit worrying. Okay, that sort of thing. And then I guess here I'm going to need something similar. Where's a nice flat edge? There we go. Let's get something like that, and like that, and let's just, that looks a little bit in your face, doesn't it? Let's just try and kind of blend it in a little bit with some smaller pieces here and there. Excellent. Okay, And then, did we have any more bits like that? I'm not sure that we did. Let's just double check these guys. Okay, they can climb on the rocks a little bit there. That's fine. Yeah, they're not going to go anywhere. It's not a problem. Excellent. Right, that's a nice bit of rock work done. So, what about some foliage around here? Let's come into here. Let's go with bushes. Now, I do have a go-to bush for this sort of thing, which is the arrowwood bush, because I just think it looks fantastic on bits like this. Look at that. It's just, I just love it. It just makes it look overgrown, doesn't it? Just, yeah, I love it. So that's what I'm going with, because I just think it just finishes off an area like this. Let's get some slightly bigger bits here and there as well. Let's shrink it down over here. Let's get a little bit on here. Right, let's continue around the edge before I work my way in. You don't want to go over the top with it, otherwise it looks repetitive. I mean, you might think it does anyway, but do you know what? I like it. And it's my zoo, so that's what I'm doing. I'll find one or two other sorts of bushes as well. Again, you know, you don't want to be too repetitive, but when you've got a large area of land to try and cover like this, it can take you hours if you try and do it all really detailed and pernickety, which is great if you've got that sort of time. But I don't, and you don't. So this is what I'm going with. I don't want too much colour here either. Obviously, it's meant to be sort of a safari desert type atmosphere, so I don't really want it to look too lush and green. So I probably won't really do much in the way of trees. Let's just go around the middle here. Actually, I'll just get a little bit under here. There we go. See, it's not going to need a lot more. I will get one or two trees in. I'm just wondering if there's going to be a nice bush. Not that. See, one or two like this. You see, that looks like a nice sort of deserty looking bush. Again, I'm not too fussed about the details of whether it realistically is a desert bush. I just want it to look like it could be. So I'm literally just going to dot a few of these around. Something like that. I'll get to the water because I definitely want to do some detailing in there. These are quite nice bushes actually. I don't mind one or two of these. Again, they're quite green, but they also look a bit dead. So I literally just dot a couple of these about, I think. Look at that, got a nice little one there. Let's get one of them in here. Let's get another big one in over here. You know, deserts are meant to look quite empty, aren't they? Look at that. Get a big old dead looking thing over there. Maybe get one of them by the water there as well. You know, so that's kind of the look you want to go for. I was just going to think about a bit of a rock formation around here somewhere in the water. Nothing too much, just a little bit here and there. You know, bodies of water often have rocks around because that suggests that it's a natural body of water, where the water is naturally collecting rather than an artificial lake. Again, there we go. That's all that needs. And then I will just put in a few reeds, I think. What do we want? Some of these, maybe, on the shallows over here. Do quite like these. They do look good. Again, don't need too many. I'm not going to go with these ones because they look really good, but they do cause a blockage, like a traversal area issue. So yeah, we don't need too many of them. That's looking really nice. Let's just get back into our bushes. Just fancy putting something here by the water, which is a bit different. Here we go, something like that. Something a little bit more green, because next to the water they'd have a nice bit of, you know, they'd be able to get water out of the ground. So you can get away with having something a little bit more lush, I reckon, over here next to the water, something like that. Nice little bit of scavola. Maybe another bit over here. You know, just because it's next to the water, you can get away with having a little bit more. Excellent. I'm liking that. That's looking good. You've got a good bit of foliage there, but it's not looking too crowded. Plenty of space for the animals still. So the other thing, I guess, is enrichment. So what I need to do here is filter by species. Now I've got to remember what I've put in here. I put in elephants. We've got... Oh, this is not going to go well, is it? I can't remember. Somewhere we've got a rhino. Was it an Indian rhino? No, I think it was a white rhino, wasn't it? Hang on. Oh, hang on. Zebra. We've got zebras. There's a giraffe somewhere. Reticulated giraffe. I think... Did we get the sable antelope? I think we got an oryx, I think, didn't we? I really ought to check these before I get going on this, otherwise it could all go horribly wrong. What was the rhino? Oh, and a Thompson's gazelle. Eek. Hang on, let me check. What have we got? Right. Yes, we've got the oryx, the southern white rhino, Thompson's gazelle. Okay, so not the sable antelope. Southern white rhino. So that's 5. Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Ah, Thompson's gazelle. There we go. Beautiful. Right. So these are... What have we got? These are all the different things that could go in here. Ooh, a beaver pool. That's a bit random. Don't need that. Right, let's find the big things. Big old feeder. I like that. I like these ones as well. Right, this is the biggest thing, I think. The feeder. So that would logically go sort of right in the middle here somewhere. So they've got plenty of room to get to it. And then you can have a tree scatter feeder maybe over here as well. So you've got 2 big feeders there. A gyro, this is pretty big as well actually. Maybe that could come over into this bit. That's pretty big. Let's put that there, hang on. Let me just going to move that, just sink that into the ground like that. That's better. Right, and we have got some smaller feeders, maybe over here near the observation area. Let's get a couple of these around here. There's so many feeders. Let's get one over here. Hopefully these are all accessible. Okay, that one didn't go well, did it? Inaccessible. That's annoying. Let's get rid of that. Alright, let's try that one somewhere different. Let's try that over here. No, it's not inaccessible. You're lying. I know you're lying. That's accessible. That's accessible. That's accessible. That's inaccessible. Rubbish, that's inaccessible. You are lying. See? It's very much accessible. Why on earth would it say it's not? What's it need to be, right in the middle there? I have no idea why it would say that's inaccessible, or that one. I mean, they couldn't be more open really there, could they? Okay, hang on, let me check the elephant. See, the elephant can clearly get to it. It can clearly get to all of it. So basically it is lying. Right, do you know what? I'm just going to ignore it. As far as I'm concerned, that's usable. Whether it gets used or not, I don't know, but I can't do much about it. If it's not going to accept where I put it, then yeah, that's life. I can't just magic up it thinking that it's usable, can I? There we go. Right, let's get some nice little toys in for them as well. Just dot some of these around. What else have we got? Let's get a rubbing pad over here. Let's get a tyre. Football, because obviously all animals like playing with footballs. Scent marker, let's whack one of them down. Oh no, done that one. I'm not going to put that in. A mud bath. I have no idea which animal here would like a mud bath, but no, that's not going to happen. Let's get a melon feeder in. That's fine. Do I want a scratching tree? No, not really. Let's get a ball feeder as well. Give them as many options as possible. Here we go. I've got a space over there. Let's get that in there. Right, I'm happy with that. Whether they think they're usable or not, it looks good. Look at that. Elephant already whacking the tyre. Fantastic. Wow. I'm pretty happy with this enclosure now. I'm thinking that is looking pretty darn good. I think if you were visiting this zoo and you saw that, I think you'd be pretty pleased with the view you're getting of these animals. Look at that. You come up in here. Look at that. You're looking right down on them. Fantastic. You can get quite up close and personal with them there, can't you? Nice. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm wondering, do I want to put something in the middle here? It's like an education thing. I feel like the middle here needs something. Let's have a look at the media stuff. So we've got these boards, which are these have potential, don't they, for having you know, for sort of being in the middle here like this. I'm just going to combine them. And I'm thinking whether I can do something like this. Well, that's interesting. Look at that. Well, I'm pretty pleased with that. And then let's get... It doesn't really matter what goes on these. Obviously, they're not all relevant to what's around. It just looks good, doesn't it? Because you get these things everywhere these days, because obviously education is the main reason why zoos exist these days. Hang on, wrong one. Zoos mainly exist so that you know, for sort of conservation. You know, to preserve species, basically. And so the more you can educate people about that, the better. Right, so what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to try and position it in the doorway here, sort of in the middle. And then just push it back. And then I'll come up here and try and get it into roughly the center. So now let's have a look, and you come in here. Look at that, you can have a good read up in the middle here about things. Unfortunately, people are going to walk through it, which is annoying. I thought these blocked people, but apparently not. But it doesn't matter, it looks good. Fantastic. So the other thing to do will be to put some education things around, some meeting points, so that we can have some talks going on. So we're going to need, what, 5 of these? Was it 5 animals? I can't remember. Hang on. Let's just check that. Or was it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going to need 6 of these. So let's have one that side, one that side. Oh yes, I haven't finished off that little bit of pathway there yet. I will get around to that. Right, let's get one there. What's that? 3, so 4, 5 and 6 roughly. So yeah, let's get one here somewhere. And then we'll get one there, and we'll get one over here. Whoops. Oh, that's odd. My escape button has suddenly stopped working. That's never a good thing, is it? How strange. I think my keyboard's having a funny 5 minutes. Right, okay, so that's good. Let's leave it there for now, I think. I'll get those education things done off camera. Set them up for the 6 different species. Have to hire a few more educators as well. Oh, how's it going to look from up here? Look at that. You are at giraffe head height up there. That's fantastic. Cool. And then you come in here and down. Safari Research Center. Yeah, brilliant. So this will be the next bit I need to look at. Whether I have maybe some shops, I think maybe just here. And have people walking under here. Because the pathways are under there already. So that'll be good. Oh, now look, my escape button is working again. That's good. And there you can look down at these sleeping animals as well. Fantastic. So that's basically our safari area done. I'm really happy with that. So I'm not sure what's going to happen next. So I'll look at this, and then I guess I'll move over here somewhere, maybe here, and work on the other side of this pathway and see what I can do there. Or do you know what? I might even come over into a new bit over here, try and balance the zoo a bit. I don't want to get too lopsided. So what I might do is just finish off this seating area here for now, and then I'll come back over in this direction and decide what I want to do over here. I think that might be quite a good idea. But for now, let's leave it there. So thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've had fun. If you've enjoyed the episode and you want to support my channel, then please hit the like button. And if you've got any comments, please leave them as well, because I love your feedback. If you've got anything good or bad you want to say, then please do. I won't be offended, I promise. Until next time, thank you so much. Do take care, and I'll see you soon.